Guys, welcome to CONSIDERINGDVC.COM. Christelle over here. I'm sorry if I sound a little stuffy. It has been here in New Jersey. Weather is a little bit insane. We're transitioning, so within the last 7 days, we've had 30-degree days and we've had 65-degree days. And in 2 days, right now it's about 40, and in 2 days it's going to be 70 degrees outside. So I don't know if my body doesn't like it. I like it, but maybe my body can't keep up with the weather changes. But anyway, you're here today because we are going to talk about my experience renting or buying into DVC through the resale market. So really quick recap. You should have seen or read 2 other posts before this. The first one being an overview of my story and how I got started down the path to DVC. The second one being my experience buying DVC through Disney. So I did buy DVC through Disney, and if you haven't seen those, whether you're on YouTube or on the website, I would suggest watching those videos first before you watch this one. Let's get started. So I purchased Disney DVC through the timeshare store. I will say this off the back, they're amazing, and their site can be found at DVC-Resales, Resales.com, or you can just Google the timeshare store. So the process is a lot longer when you're purchasing through resale. When you purchase through Disney, especially if you're at the preview center in Orlando, it takes maybe like an hour. This process took me 4 months from start to finish. So yeah, it is a lot longer. So let's get started. When you find a listing that you think would be a good fit, so what I would say is get acclimated with the timeshare store. Look at their listings. The way to be on top of really good deals is to go on their Twitter. And they drop their most recent listings daily, I believe at 2:00. And that's how you catch them, because by the time they get put on the website, a lot of people have seen them at this point. So to get the good deals, you want to be the first to see it, and that's through Twitter. So when you find a listing that you think would be a good fit, you can go ahead and send them a message to let them know you would like to make an offer. This is technically, it's similar to buying a home or a car. So remember, you can offer them what you want in terms of price per point, who pays annual dues for that year, closing costs, etc. So what I did was I offered asking price as long as she paid the dues and the closing costs. So really quick lesson, I guess, here is, if let's say you are purchasing into DVC July of 2015, and the person, you will see before you probably even message the resale store that the 2015 points were used. So you don't have points, and you won't get points until the next year. Unless, like December or February or something, you might not get points for that year, 2015. That means that the people who use the points have to pay the dues for that year. They cannot ask you to pay the dues if they've already used the points for that year. So that's something to keep in mind. But even if the points are still available as they were for mine, you can still ask for the seller to pay the dues. I came in at asking price and asked the seller to pay both the dues and the closing costs, and that to me was a fair offer, and it was accepted. So you have to practice your discretion. If you're okay with paying the dues in the month and the closing costs and want to offer a couple of dollars less per point, then that's okay too. If it's denied, you just go in with a different offer. It's not that serious. I had made offers on 2 different listings. One that I feel like I lowballed it a little bit, and I wasn't too ready for it. I just wanted to see if it would stick. That's not good, but that's what I did. That didn't work out. So then this one, I really thought about it. and I made the offer. So my offer was approved on April 4th. Right of first refusal started 2 days later. So what is right of first refusal? You'll see it. You'll see it as ROFR. So basically, Disney has the right to review and even buy out a resale listing, and the reason they have that, it's a really good reason. They're making sure that the offer or what you're purchasing it for is reasonable and not going to lower the overall value of DVC. So there's more information on the post about that. But that's basically what right of first refusal is. They have 30 days to go through that process. If you make a fair offer, it's not going to be refused, but you're not going to get anything for $10 or $20 or $30 at the point, because Disney will buy it under you, right from under you. So right of first refusal, like I said, they have 30 days. It is the longest step and the longest waiting period that this process has. Mine took the 26 out of 30 days allotted. I know a lot of people who it only takes a week or 2 weeks. I think it really just depends on the Disney's caseload and all that stuff. So yeah, so that's basically what happens. After that, you have the timeshare store, which is technically your broker. And just to give you a little bit more information, I dealt with Scott Decker. He was really great. He answered all my questions, super understanding. If he was ever out, on vacation, he would let me know. And he was really great. And I think you can ask to talk to him if you want to. Everyone at the timeshare store is pretty awesome. So here, his name is SCOT. It's Scott, but it's only with one T and last name Decker. And here's his information. Just give you some time to write that down, or you can pause this video. Ready, set, go. Okay, so that was Scott Decker. He's the one that helped me out. You also work with a title company, and the title company I worked with was Magic Vacation Title. And just this is similar to almost buying a home. You have a title company and an attorney that is working on your behalf. So, so right of first refusal. Let's go back to the story. Mine took the 26 days of the 30 days, and the end date was May 2nd of 2015. Once that happened, I was let know, and then I was sent in paperwork to fill out. I want to say maybe a few weeks later. So let's see here. So what happens is after right of first refusal, the title company gets notified that Disney is allowing you to buy it. They start drafting closing documents. And I bought mine in the middle of the summer. Everybody was taking vacation. Scott was on vacation sometimes. The title company, her name is Brenda Smith. She's the vice president. That's who I dealt with. She went on vacation a few times. So it happened. So it took about 2-3 weeks for my closing documents to be prepared and put together. I got those in let's say mid to late June. And what happens is there's paperwork that you have to fill out, and there's paperwork that the seller has to fill out as well. So it depends who they are and what access they have, how long it takes them. I work Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. I have a printer and a scanner and a fax machine at my job. I was able to do it the next day and just scan them and send them in. But it really depends. If this was me a couple years ago, two years ago, I wouldn't have access to that because I was a college student. And then for a little bit after college, I worked at the Apple store. So I wouldn't have access to that, but now I did. So it depends. So you guys both have to get the closing documents back. So just to backtrack a little bit, when you first put in an offer, before they send it over to Disney for ROFR, you have to give usually 10% of the price. So I bought my 100 points at Old Key West for $78 a point. I had to give in $780 of the $7,800 that was due. So I had to send that to my broker. They will accept that, and the timeshare store accepts that in any any type of payment. So you could do a money order or a check, and then the final amount will be due later. But anyway, so right of first refusal happens. You get your closing documents. You send them back. They get processed. At that point, what happens is that information gets sent to Disney. Disney has to update their information in the system and put it in. Once Disney does, Disney will then send that information to the comptroller's office or to the state of Florida, more specifically Orange County, to get it like put into the system, like is the best way that I can explain it. Once all of that is done, that's when you'll get your welcome letter from Disney. First you'll get a welcome letter, and then you'll get a package with your like DVC cards and stuff like that. So that's kind of how it happens. Like I said, it is a lengthy process, but if you're looking for the best deal, it's well worth it. I would give yourself 6 months to go through it. It only took 4 for me, and I feel like mine was kind of long. But I would say give yourself 6 months before you want to book something. So maybe the year before, do it. But yeah, that's basically my experience with buying off the resale market. It was great. After my closing documents were all submitted, I had to send in the final payment. That had to be in money orders. I bought my money orders from Rite Aid, which is like a Walgreens or Duane Reade. A lot of that store and a lot of stores will limit you how much money you can do in money order. So mine was $1,400. So I had to figure out the rest. Like I had multiple money orders, and I secured them, and I put them in I insured them and everything, and I took pictures. And you just be careful. Send them. You could use USPS, but do like priority mail, insured package kind of thing. But yeah, and tracking, signature required, all that good stuff. And that's pretty much it. When I received my welcome package, and I know if you've seen the previous video, which I hope you have, you saw all the things that I got from Disney when I purchased back at Disney World. My welcome package didn't have as much stuff. I got really cool bumper magnets for my car, and I have it on my car. Like the same books and stuff like that, but I didn't get like a bag or a tote bag or anything like that. But still, I don't regret it at all. It was an amazing deal. I got for $7,000, almost for $8,000. I bought into DVC. That's what it cost me. So I got it 100 points, by the way. So I got this really nice card from Scott. As you can see, it says a timeshare store. The Magic Vacation title, they also sent me like a really nice folder with all like my documents, so I can keep it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I would show you the bumper magnet if I had it, but it's basically just white. It's an oval, and it says like DVC on it. If you see my car, just beep and I'll say hi. And that's pretty much it. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks for joining me and listening to my story. Yours might be a little bit different depending on which broker you use. I suggest a timeshare store again, and which title company is used and stuff like that. So yeah, thanks for joining me, and have a great day.